Hello friends, welcome to our live Nifty Bank Nifty analysis. So compared to yesterday, we'll try to see what were the key important option levels and technical levels, and we'll try to see today what are the new option levels which we can use for our afternoon trade or even for tomorrow. So let's get going. So right on the screen, you can see the Nifty chart, and clearly what we see over here is the hourly chart. And yesterday we had pointed out the gap which was there will act like strong resistance, strong support. So somewhere around 17,500 would be strong support. And on the resistance side, we were very clear that 17,700 to 800 zone will become a strong resistance. So this was technical insight. Now, after that, yesterday's option data told us these two were important levels. That was 17,600 and 17,650 were important option levels, which were the key holder for support. And same way on the selling side, more or less, it was around 17,700 or so. Now, if we try to understand what happened today, it did open gap down because of the global markets were also down. So what we see is opening gap down, and then he tried to go down again. There was a push on the upside. You can clearly see green dotted lines. That means that the buyers were very, very strong in this zone. Then you had the engulfing structure coming across, and then it sustained completely on the sidelines. And then finally, there was a jump or a shoot on the upside. And now you have some red dotted lines, which clearly means a lot of selling pressure is coming around this zone. Plus, we see that the red band, which is our technical level, key technical level, is also a stopper for Nifty for further upside. So let's try to see what's there on the option side, what information we can find, add-on information to have a constructive trade either in today's trade or maybe even tomorrow. So I'll select the zone basically to get the information for today's analysis. So right from today here, it's where it started till the up move that we see over here. So in this zone, we are trying to see what does the option data suggest us. And seeing the out of the money option data for 7th October expiry, again, we see the same thing, 17,600. If you see 40,000 people are standing, 17,650, 22,000 people are standing. So it clearly means these two zones will again become a strong support. Even if there is a gap down opening tomorrow, the same dotted lines which we have made over here will be a strong support going forward as well. So that's number one. Number two, 17,700, if you see, a lot of people are standing 31,000. So that means 17,700 is the key element over here. Now, above this, if you see 13,000, 11,000, 6,000, and then 18,000. So 17,900 will be another barrier. So this is very clear that upside, there is no big strong resistance, and Nifty can swing all the way towards 17,900. And that's also not a very strong resistance. It's so resistance because here we can see 31,000 people were standing at 17,700. So 17,700 is very, very important now, key level, even for today and even for going forward tomorrow. If there is no gap down opening, or even if it opens or comes down, 17,700 will be a key reversal point for this Nifty going ahead, maybe today or even for tomorrow. So let's go and plot 17,700. So we see over here, 17,700 is at the breakout zone. So this was a strong resistance, and that's why we can clearly see 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, and then finally it breaches and goes all the way towards the high, right? So 17,700 is being breached. So that's very, very important. Plus 17,700 now will become as a support zone. So one thing which is very clear now, we can pull this out and say that this zone 17,700 will be a key support zone for Nifty. So not only for today, if you want to take a trade, let's say if Nifty comes down and it gives you a reversal, maybe tomorrow, even today, this will be now a key strong support zone. So this is already there. 600, 650, it is reiterated that they are acting like good support zone. And we can clearly see this one, which is the new option data suggesting us that 17,700 will be the key support zone for Nifty from here on. If it doesn't open below this tomorrow, or if it doesn't go below this, you cannot be bearish. You need to be bullish on Nifty. On top of that, there is no resistance on the upside. We clearly saw for the resistance side on the upside, it's straight towards 900. So Nifty has a good move on the upside. Plus, you can clearly see technical level, that entire zone will be taken out. and it can move straight away towards that 900 to 18,000 zone very, very fast. So that would be another key important milestone levels for Nifty to cross and breach. So 17,700 is the key takeaway for today's session. It's very, very important. Highly resistance zone was there. A lot of people were standing, almost 30,000 OI was built up, and then market took away that particular zone in a clean sweep. So that was one. Let's put the option data suggesting us where is the max call put OI. So here there was a strong put OI also around 17,600. So even if market would have come down, we could have looked for reversal, technical zone, plus the option level also suggesting upside. Now, most important key level over here, the max call put OI, both were standing at 17,700. So 17,700 is now the key pointer going ahead. So I cannot be bearish on Nifty unless 17,700 is not breached decisively, or if it doesn't sustain below 17,700. So I will be buy on dips kind of trades needs to be taken. Okay. And unless this is not being breached, downside is not very clear. And even if it breaches and goes down, we can clearly see 17,600. Again, the max put OI is here, plus our today's technical option is also telling us 17,600. Technical data also suggesting 17,600. So it is clearly a very good formation of support making for Nifty. So at least for 2 days, short-term view, 17,600 is very important. If you are looking out for selling options, you should be below 17,600 zones. And if you are planning to sell call options, do not be in a hurry, because there will be a clean upside which might come tomorrow if market does not open gap down, and if there is no S&P also opens flat, which right now global market seems to be kind of sluggish or sideways. So let's wait and watch. 17,700 is a key takeaway point from Nifty. So let's go out and check on the Bank Nifty as well. So on the Bank Nifty side, the most important thing again is to go out and see the hourly chart to see how the structure was placed. If you remember yesterday, again, we said the 37,300, 400 zone where the gap zone is there will be a good support point. Nifty did made, Bank Nifty did made, you can say a small suggesting to go down, but here we can say clean support coming in exactly to yesterday's low. And then again, there is a sharp upside. Now, more than that, you can see over here, okay, 37,700, 800. These were the option levels that we removed yesterday from our options data. So there is suggesting a good resistance zone. We'll also see today's data, and technically also 37,900 zone, okay, to somewhere towards this 38,000 zone is a key resistance zone, which is also there for Bank Nifty, because we can see opening gap down, try to go up once, try to go up two, and then sharp selling has come. So if it comes back over here, even today, there will be a strong selling zone coming through, and there is option data also suggesting. So whenever technical data overlaps with option data, it is a strong reversal point. So I do not see Bank Nifty going above 37,900 in near future. And if it has to go, it has to sustain above this. Let's take new option level today to understand. Technically, this sounds to be a very good support zone for even Bank Nifty, 37,400 zones. So even below this, that is the 37,200 selling put option is much advisable, and it is clearly a strong support zone around 37,400 or so. Now let's go out and check what does the today's option data is also suggesting. So I'll go in the 15-minute minor time frame. Today it tried to go up. You can clearly see 3 red dotted line clearly means lot of selling pressure right in the morning. So he's trying to go up, again selling has come, okay, but he's not going down because you can see green box, strong support zone, and then it again comes back down. So this was the second attempt, came back down, and then we can see clean reversal taking place on the upside. So let's see how does the option data looks like. Let's take this entire zone and let's figure out whether the option data still remains the same or is it different. 7th October expiry, we can see 37,500 is now a strong resistance zone. So almost 60 to 63,000 people are standing. So this is a key element now, 37,500. So we'll try to see that. Now we can see 700, 800, which were yesterday's important zone, are out. Okay, they do not have a strong zone of resistance straight away. Now we have at 38,000. So 32,000 people are standing at 38,000. So I can clearly see sustaining above 700 and 600 zone, Bank Nifty is poised for 38,000. So one good takeaway is 38,000 upside is open for Bank Nifty. And we have to also make sure that 37,600 and 500 will now become a strong support point. Now, why that will happen? Bank Nifty has zoomed up. That's number one. It has crossed 500. It has crossed 700. So I'll pull down these two lines. Okay. If I bring it to 37,500 and I bring it to 37,600, please understand this will now not be resistance. These are now strong support zones for Bank Nifty, like how we found for Nifty. Same way, option data is now suggesting these are the zones. Strong support zone is there as per option levels, and it can go straight away towards the 38,000 zone. So now the clarity is there that Bank Nifty can go into this red zone. 900 is pretty much the highs of the prior highs which were tested. So 900 to 38,000 zone is pretty much clear. So ideally, if we try to see, if you're trying to look for Bank Nifty, first of all, the put option selling on the downside is clearly advisable. More so if Bank Nifty goes up also, you can sell call options only when it goes up, when it is around 38,400 or so. So when it goes up, you get higher premium and the theta works in your favor. This I'm talking about 7th of October. But ideally, we can clearly now see if Bank Nifty comes down, okay, these will act like a strong reversal point. So 37,500, 37,600 is key important option level zones which will provide you support. And this is also obviously where morning you can clearly see a lot of selling has come. Once over here, second over here, still the buyers have come up. So all the sellers are also stuck in this zone. Now this is very, very important. When the sellers are stuck in this zone, option levels are also there, which are clearly telling you strong support is there. Technical level 2-day lows are also same. I am very, very confident that Bank Nifty will not go now below 37,500 zone. So try to look for a retracement buy anywhere which you get a chance to be on the buy side, unless if there is a huge gap down opening by S&P or so. Otherwise, I feel expiry will be clearly on the upside. Okay, so that's it for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Again, just a quick summary point. Bank Nifty seems to be very good in the support zone. 600 and 500 will act like strong support zone. Look for retracements, and even for options data, if I try to put in, we can clearly see 37,550 zone is clearly with max call put OI as well. So 500 as per today's data, as per yesterday's data, option data is clearly suggesting 500 zone, 500 to 600 is solid for Bank Nifty. Coming towards Nifty, we have already made the clear support zone as 700, 17,700 zone. And it's also now today's morning highs which have been taken out. So I clearly see 17,700 will be key support pointer. One time he has tested, two time he has tested, third time almost in that zone, fourth time he has come over here. We can see red dotted lines. That means clearly selling pressure is building up. And if tomorrow also, if it comes back down, same as I said, try to look for buying opportunities for Nifty as well for the upside. So clearly a buyer on Nifty, Bank Nifty, after even gap down opening today, we can clearly understand that solid push is there, option data is suggesting, and technically we are placed fantastically for upside. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining, and we'll connect again tomorrow in the live session.